Welcome to our channel. It's been a while since Atlassian dropped Rovo into the Jira ecosystem, and if you haven't integrated it with your workflow yet, you're leaving some serious productivity on the table. We've seen AI before, but Rovo claims to be more than just a chat. It's designed to act within your data. So is it really better than LLMs we've been using? Well, today we're putting it into a test, building a full-scale risk management process from scratch. Let's find out if Rovo is the real deal. Rovo is an Atlassian's AI-powered knowledge engine that sits across your entire workspace. That includes Jira, Confluence, Teams, Slack, or even your Google Drive. It doesn't just chat with you, it uses what Atlassian calls teamwork graph. This is a dynamic map that understands the relationships between your issues, the people working on them, the goals they are tied to, and the documentation supporting them. So while a general LLM is a stranger to your company, it doesn't know the actual projects, all the tasks, and critical dependencies between tickets. Rovo has native access to your Jira issues and your Confluence pages, meaning that it provides answers based on your reality and not internet data. Keep in mind that it does respect all the permissions, so as your agent, it will only access all the information to which you have access. On top of that, you'll also find the Rovo agents here. There are plenty of them, I think around 26 agents altogether. We won't be diving deep into the agents in this video, but if you want to learn more on specific use cases these agents can support, drop us a comment and let us know. So Rovo doesn't just give you text, it provides agents or your personal assistants that actually get things done. Keep in mind that it is available in the premium version of Jira Cloud. You will find the Ask Rovo button on the navigation bar. You'll find it in the search box here. You'll also find it when looking at a specific issue where, for example, Rovo can improve your description, provide ideas, summarize the comments, fix spelling and grammar, as well as, for example, break down your work items or find items that are similar and link them. So just a tip here for you, whenever you use it to create child work items or in general when you ask Rovo to do something, make sure that you repeat the steps. As for example, I started here I think with 5 or 6 maybe child work items, but then Rovo also generated some additional ones, so to make sure that the list is complete, make sure to repeat the steps. Alright, so let's close it for now. Let's go back to our project. Now I did create some sample data for this video, and this is very important as Rovo is as good as the data that it has access to. This means that Rovo does not just need a prompt, it needs a habitat of data and a clear set of rules. So how can we use Rovo if we're starting from scratch? First of all, I did create some sample data and updated several of my tasks. Not that many, but again, the better the data, the better the input, the better our Rovo results. So I have a couple of work streams here that I already decomposed. I can actually walk you through this real quick. When you edit any of your higher level items, you'll find this add button right here. And the suggest option, well, I just have one additional suggestion, but you'll see how easy and quick it is to create sub-level items. Rovo can also improve the description. Here I'll just quickly improve it, replace the summary, and from just a short sentence we have a little bit of context added, some acceptance criteria for this work stream. With a couple of clicks, we went from a single sentence to a way better description. You'll also find the Improve Work Stream button right here, where you can use Atlassian's intelligence to link it to a Confluence content, summarize comments, suggest child work items, and link similar work items. So exactly what I've mentioned earlier, built into this edit screen of the work item. All right, let's close it for now. This will be our source data that Rovo will analyze. I also have some risks already created here. So I did create a new issue type risk, and all the results of my risk identification that I've done using the Confluence page are also reflected in Jira. So Rovo can also create issues for you. Now, it is very important that you actually tell Rovo what to do and how to do it. And for this purpose, I have a linked Confluence page. So let's have a look at it. As we will be talking about risk management, we need a process explaining to Rovo the steps to follow when identifying the risks, how to identify them, what information would be needed from our side, as well as a place where we want to store this risk. So in my case, I did create a dedicated space for that. I haven't really populated all the different sections here, so this is something that I strongly recommend you to do. But the minimum here would be the risk management process that we want Rovo to follow. My project is called Rovo Master Project, where we want to master the AI capabilities, and the most important parts for the risk assessment are here. So we have the purpose and scope, we have the different roles, we have the risk identification section and risk analysis. So we want to identify risk continuously via weekly reviews, planning sessions, dependency mapping, and so on and so forth, and capture the risks promptly in the register C template. Right? We'll be using a qualitative analysis. That's a good starting point. We will use two fields, the likelihood and impact, with values from 1 till 5, where 5 is the highest score, 1 is the lowest, so likelihood from rare to almost certain, and impact from negligible to critical. That applies across the cost, schedule, scope, quality, security, compliance, and reputation. So another important information whenever we'll be assessing the impact of the identified risks. So it tells Rovo how the risk will impact all these areas. And we also use a risk score that would be calculated as likelihood multiplied by impact, and the score will be ranging from 1 till 25. We would also like to create a prioritization matrix, and here you can use Rovo or other tools like, for example, BigPicture with a built-in risks module, so Rovo can do the job for you. Once the risks are identified, manage them using BigPicture. One last thing here, that would be the risk response planning. So we have 4 strategies: avoid, mitigate, transfer, or accept. Once we have the process or the steps for Rovo to follow, the next thing we will need is the risk register template. Within this template, we want to identify the risks. They need to have different IDs. We need a summary of the identified risk. We can categorize them, identify the cause, impact, assess the probability and the impact, calculate the score, convert the score to a RAG status, add an owner, include the mitigation or response, set a date, status, and this is something that I really like here, that actually Rovo can identify the originating actions, originating areas where these risks can occur. So once we have all the elements, we can then ask Rovo to analyze our project, and I've already done it. So let's have a look at the risk register that Rovo generated for me. I have to admit that I'm very impressed with the results, especially the linked items. The risks all make sense. For example, I have a risk number 4 here, as I haven't really assigned all the work. So Rovo identified a single person dependency bottleneck as mitigation, recommended to outsource or automate or create backups. So that's great. That also applies to most issues assigned to myself. But on the other hand, we have some missing dates that hides slippage. We also have some dependency chains and no metrics or baselines for go-to-market community here. So all my items were assessed. Again, here, the more data you have, the better will be the results. So in your next risk assessment, Rovo can look at the history data, analyze your retrospectives, for example, analyze your team communication, analyze your chats, comments, and based on this information, identify new risks. Now, the next step that I've done here is I've actually asked Rovo to create issues based on these risks. So if we have a look at my Jira, you'll see the exact risks with all the risks details in the description section. As I've said, here, Rovo will not be able to link your created risks to the actual work items within your project, but on the other hand, what it can help you with is to add the mitigation means as your subtasks. So again, let's have a look here. We have 3 items as mitigations, but suggested 5. So we have finalize minimal risk policy, fields and cadence. Add this page to RM132, start weekly reviews immediately. So as you can see, the proposed subtasks do match the initial mitigation means, but also added some additional ones. And this is something that I really like. You can of course quickly create new ones as subtasks and repeat the steps as maybe there will be more ideas. As keep in mind that Rovo supports the process. It will not replace you as the risk owner or as the risk manager, but can help you with ideas, with monitoring the risks, with generating the risk report, with the risk analysis in general. All right, so we have the mitigation means. As I've said, related Jira issues you will need to link yourself. The mitigations are already linked as these are the subtasks, so using the parent link, they are linked to the risk itself. All right, so far so good. Let's update one of the tasks here. Let's say document best practices. Let's assign it to Anna and let's add a comment. So we've added a comment and let's now try to see whether Rovo will find it. So first of all, let's start with a prompt, find new risks based on the recent updates to the tasks. So let's have a look at the results here. Here are new candidate risks that emerge from recent Jira updates. Key person dependency on Anna. Risk statement: if Anna remains the only person who understands custom connectors and advanced Rovo features, then critical enablement and content tasks may be blocked when she's unavailable. How great is that? You don't have to search through all the different issues, all the different comments, all the chats to review whether your risk register is up to date. It just takes a simple prompt and voila. Here we have another recent update that this is a blocker. Again, Anna is on sick leave. So we have 2 new risks and Rovo assess the likelihood and impact based on data that it has access to. So the more data you have, the more patterns will emerge, the more information Rovo will be able to extract from your Jira and connected tools. So to summarize, Atlassian Rovo acts as a powerful accelerator for your risk management process, starting with the creation of your governance documentation and extending through the daily maintenance of your risk register. By scanning Jira activity, the Confluence comments and related tools, Rovo can surface the emerging risks in real time and allows you to query complex data using natural language. While Rovo is a sophisticated assistant, it does not replace your risk manager or the risk owner. To get the most out of the tool, keep the following points in mind. First, Rovo is as good as the underlying data. If the team comments are vague or the concerns are only discussed verbally without being documented, Rovo cannot see or interpret the risks. Like all LLMs, Rovo can occasionally hallucinate or misinterpret the governance rule. Always treat its output as a draft that requires human validation. And lastly, broad prompts like find all risks will likely return noisy or irrelevant results. To get the best value, teach your team to scope their prompts. For example, check all the latest comments in Project A to identify new risks. So while Rovo is easy to chat with as a teammate, successfully implementing it across the whole organization with the right governance, prompt engineering, and data hygiene is a whole different story. To ensure that Rovo actually strengthens your process instead of adding a noise, you'll need a strategy that aligns your Jira and Confluence structure with AI capabilities. At Genius Gecko, we specialize at bridging that gap. We can configure your workflows, train your teams on scoped prompts, and ensure that your underlying data is AI ready. Visit us at geniusgecko.com to book a free consultation. You'll find the link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.